And away we go. It is the Bearcat Journal Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken right here on BearcatJournal.com. I'm Chad Brendel. He is Aaron Smith, and this is where we normally do our ad read for Galactic Fried Chicken.
But
however,
today was a day.
Had his first ever Galactic
experience. Yes.
As he headed down to Dayton. I was supposed to be there with him, but unfortunately I'm in health and safety protocols for another day. Things are stupid. I do not. I'm good. Just had a close contact on Monday. So I'm behaving and being a good Samaritan and staying in my house. I made chicken wings tonight in the air fryer. So that was instead of having Galactic Fried Chicken with you.
Well,
this afternoon.
So I had the 3-piece tendies.
The floor is your 4-piece.
The 3-piece tendies.
Okay. I said 4. I'm like, 4? No, what the hell are you doing?
I only ate 2 of the 3 because, my God, they were big. I had the macaroni and cheese. The only regret I have was not having gotten fries, because that would have been an avenue to more sauce.
The fries are really good too.
The sauce slaps.
Like, you could have put the sauce on the mac and cheese.
I'm just saying, the mac and cheese was fine standalone.
I know, but you could have put some sauce on the mac and cheese.
It was just fine standalone. I did forget to mention Bearcat Journal, so I paid full price. But the staff there was super friendly. I think there was 4 of them working today. Shane came out from back when I tweeted that I was there and introduced himself, so I got to meet him. And like I said, the staff was phenomenal. They do serve alcohol. I don't know if we've ever mentioned that before, but they do have some deals where if like you're getting multiple drinks with a bucket or with different chicken plates, you can get some deals as far as different, I don't know, just different deals.
You had a drink at noon, didn't you?
I did not. I had to.
You wanted to.
I could have, but it was a 2.5-hour trek back to Athens. So.
Okay.
But yeah, everything was great. There was another Bearcat Journal member there. I heard him mention Bearcat Journal, so I did go over and introduce myself. Thanked him for listening. I believe his name was Andrew. I hope I'm not completely wrong. I don't remember at this point. I was just geeked about eating that food.
Scale of 1 to 10, what do you give the tendies?
Out of this world.
Nice.
No, I mean they were fantastic. Like I said, I couldn't eat all of them.
Huge,
absolutely stupid big. I did bring one home with me, so and as along with some of the sauce. Next time I'm down there, I'm going to be buying a bottle of sauce.
It's unbelievable. It's so good.
It's just an excuse for me to go back at this point. Like I said, I'll be getting the fries next time, as that's just another avenue to consume more sauce. One thing that Shane did tell me, as you had talked about how hot the sauce was, he said that when you were there before Christmas, that batch was a little on the hot side, a little hotter than they normally have it. And,
it was.
The girl behind the register said, "Yeah, that one was bad hot."
No, it was good hot. It was not unbearably hot, but it was hot.
She was like, "Thanks for fixing it on this newest batch." So apparently there are some different sliding scales as far as the heat on that sauce, but everything was fantastic. So credit to Shane and his team at Galactic Fried Chicken. Thank you for a great experience today.
And if you go, mention Pump It Up, show your Bearcat Journal membership, and get 15% off.
Don't be dumb like me and just end up paying full price because whatever. But at the end of the day,
how could you forget?
At the end of the day, it helped out our sponsor. I don't care. It's fine.
It was 3 tendies and a side and a drink, so it wasn't like
water. Yeah.
It wasn't like you broke the bank. You did okay. And man, I'm not a chicken tender guy. Like when I go, I typically get fried chicken. Like I like thighs. I like legs, like wings. But the thing with me at Galactic is I get the chicken breasts because most places the chicken breasts are just dry. Like there's no fat in chicken breast. It's all white meat. Like it's the chicken breast at Galactic Fried Chicken. You just pull apart and there's just juices running through it, and you're like, how did they do that?
Well, and I mean, they do make it to order, even the tenders.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like everything is made to order. So I ate the macaroni and cheese first because the tenders were super hot still from coming right out of the fryer. And even then, at my first bite, it was just like, that was a grease burn. So just saying, everything was fantastic. So
I'm glad you liked it. Like I've said, my wife's mom's boyfriend doesn't eat chicken. He calls it Yardbird and he hates it. And we took him to Galactic Fried Chicken and he tried one of the sandwiches that have the tenders.
mm-hmm.
And he was like, this is one of the best things I've ever had. And I'm like, well, now you like Yardbird. He's like 70 years old. Like 70 years it took somebody to convince you to like Yardbird. I just had to get you to come to Galactic Fried Chicken. So there you go. That's your 6-minute Galactic Fried Chicken spot for tonight. We got a lot to talk about.
We do.
Biggest news being something that just happened recently, just broke recently on the BCJ podcast. Make sure you go listen to that as well. 5-star point guard Isaiah Collier will be on an unofficial visit to Cincinnati tomorrow afternoon. His high school team is playing at the Flying to the Hoop event in Dayton. They play Saturday at, I believe, 5:45. And he's stopping by Cincinnati tomorrow to get a feel for campus and take a look around. So that is huge, huge news for Wes Miller and his staff, Chad Dollar, Andre Morgan, to get Isaiah Collier here for an unofficial visit.
But yeah, and I mean, you got to be excited for the staff. They've been taking big swings, and I think Collier is just the latest in those big swings. They've hit on some of them. Obviously, they've missed on some others, but I mean, the staff's doing exactly what we wanted the last several staffs to do, and that's go after high-end talent, 4 stars, 5 stars.
Maybe you get them, maybe you don't, but you don't know if you're going to get them till you get them on campus, until you really build that relationship. And then you see if you got a chance to be in there until the end.
Well, it's that age-old adage that you miss 100% of the swings that you don't take, right?
Shots you don't take, swings you don't take, same thing.
Right. So I don't know. I'm definitely happy for the staff as they're getting mutual respect from the players that they're going after, even when they are 5-star guys, 4-star guys. So it's great to see.
This is why you hired Chad Dollar, right?
Sure.
For a presence on high-end recruits from Georgia, from Atlanta. Like that's his home base. His dad is a legendary high school basketball coach there. He has ties throughout Atlanta, Georgia. This is exactly why you hired Chad Dollar, to take your swing at a guy like Isaiah Collier, number 19, and the 24/7 composite, as you see, the number 5 point guard, the number 1 player in Georgia. There's a lot of talent in Georgia. If you can get the number 1 player in Georgia, you're doing all right.
You get a top 20 player in the country, you're doing all right. So I don't know. Obviously, point guard's a need that we have. I mean, guard in general is a need that we have, and this would definitely fill a hole.
So 2023 5-star on campus Friday afternoon. So that's some big news, and we're glad to get that to you here on the nightcap. The other big news of the day is not as exciting. Cornerbacks coach Perry Young, who was instrumental in
Eliano. Not Perry Young.
Perry Young. I don't know where Perry Young came from. Cornerback, let me say, Cincinnati cornerbacks coach Perry Eliano. I almost said my brain almost made me do it again.
We've been talking
Perry
too
Eliano, much. Yeah, we're going. Yeah, it's been a while. Is headed to Ohio State to coach safeties. I got wind that this was a possibility about a week ago. It didn't have a lot of legs up until probably the last 2 or 3 days, when I guess he interviewed for the spot, and Ryan Day kind of decided, with his new defensive coordinator in place, they were pretty much going to overhaul the entire secondary staff. But you can't use my tweet
I found the first one at the top when I searched his name. I saw a picture
Oh
with
my
this one. I thought it
goodness.
was good for viewing reasons. Did yours have a picture?
Who kept it? I don't care about a picture. I
Maybe
care
yours should have
about
had a picture.
congratulate. You're welcome, Andrew Lind, on the followers that we just got you. No, now you're gonna have to scroll all the way down while you have it up on the screen. You're having a rough producer night, Aaron.
I'm tired.
But anyway, Perry
Yours should have had a
Eliano
picture, and then none of this is a problem.
off to Ohio State, and that's a big loss, man. There was a lot of concern when Mike Mickens left that would the next guy be able to carry the banner, and Perry Eliano took it and ran, sprinted, if you will. What?
Still Perry Young. Just still Perry Young.
I did it again.
I mean, you corrected yourself, but you're yeah.
I don't know why that's in my head. I haven't thought of Perry Young. I think I saw him at the Houston game. He's just the Perry that pops in my brain first. There you go. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Appreciate you. But that's a big loss. Like he was important to the staff. He had built a nice little niche for himself here. He did a great job with Ahmad Gardner, with Kobe Bryant, with Arquan Bush, with that entire group, and it's a big loss. It's a big loss for Cincinnati.
I know he was a big reason that JQ committed here. Just as another tribute, he was definitely big in the recruiting in Florida. So yeah, I mean, he's going to be just right up the road in Columbus. I'm going to miss him because he was one of the coaches that I had a relationship with. So I was able to, text him at times and kind of get some answers and information there. So it's a big loss
for you. Like you and Mick, both of you were like, man,
yeah,
that's a bummer.
Yeah,
the two guys that that tells you how good Perry was. I'm just going to say Perry. We're keeping it at Perry.
That's fine.
It tells you how good Perry was at relationships and kind of building upon his opportunity to coach here. But look, man, you can't fault a guy. He came in.
No.
He did 2 years of great work. He elevated his profile higher than any assistant coach maybe in Cincinnati history in that 2-year period to coach a first-team All-American and a Thorpe Award winner that weren't the same guy in the same year. Hats off. Hats off. But now Cincinnati has an opening for a cornerbacks coach and a special teams coach.
And Ohio State just got rid of one.
A guy that is best suited filling both of those positions. Is it time for Westside Jesus to finally return?
He's a hero in both name and lore here in Cincinnati. So
the prodigal son returns to the promised land. Here's what I'll say. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it'd be interesting if he did come back because Cincinnati has not had a beat on high schools such as Moeller, on St. X, on Elder in a while, Lakota West even. And maybe you see that relationship that Kerry Combs has with some of those schools pay off should he end up here in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I mean it's with UC being able to sell the Big 12 and all the things that are going on.
Right.
The Perry also has been very strong in Northern Ohio. He's been very strong in Indianapolis as a recruiter. He has great relationships there. So basically, I guess the message on that is there's nothing that says it's imminent that Kerry Combs is going to fill that role. But what it does say is, it makes a lot of sense that Cincinnati needs to fill a spot.
Yep.
2 spots that are the 2 spots that are the specialties of Kerry Combs. So it's something we will be tracking as we go forward on the boards, on this show, on the bounce, on Pardon the Punctuation, on the BCJ pod. We do a lot of content here.
Hate him or love him. I mean, Kerry Combs, he
moves the needle.
He certainly does that.
He moves the needle. Absolutely.
There's
All
no
right.
real in between on that, though, right? You either do
No.
love him or hate him.
No, I don't think there's as much hate as there is. Like, there was just fatigue that anytime the head coaching job or the defensive coordinator job came open,
Westside
that
Jesus.
the West Side Army was out in full force. But this would be perfect. It's the perfect fit for Kerry Combs at 60, 61 years old. Come back to Cincinnati and
No buyout.
no buyout. Finish your career here, working for Luke Fickell and dominating the state of Cincinnati. It makes sense. It makes sense. Now, if it doesn't happen, everybody's going to like cry. Everybody at their local bar on the West Side is going to be crying in their beer. There's going to be watered down Mick Ultra all over the West Side.
Gross.
Busch Light. Is Busch Light a West Side? I don't know. I don't know what they drink on the West Side. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I haven't lived over there in a while, so
I've never lived over there. I stay south of the river. It's best for me.
I was in Cheviot for a couple of years.
All right, that's going to wrap it up. We did 6 minutes on Galactic Fried Chicken and still kept this under 16. Shane, you're getting an extra bill for tonight. That's to make up for Aaron paying full price.
The 15% that I had to pay.
Good. All right, that's going to wrap it up. We'll see you tomorrow night. God knows what's going to happen tomorrow. It's the Bearcat Journal Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com.